guys, what's going on? You already know it is your favorite host, Aisha Lewis Redway, and I'm here with another special edition of Indie Talks. And let me tell you, this one means so much to me because I grew up just paying attention to this iconic person and the writing that they have done, and for them to be named the Pen. Okay, we have no other than four-time Grammy nominated singer, songwriter, producer, no other than Mr. Sean Garrett, the Pen himself, the greatest songwriter. Sean, it
Wow.
is so
You
amazing
feel what
to
I'm
have you
saying?
here.
What's happening? What's up, baby girl? What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just indulging and taking in this moment to be able to have this conversation with you. Once again, thank you so much. It's an honor to be able to sit here and have this conversation with you today.
I'm definitely honored myself to just be here with you. I appreciate the love and kindness and appreciation for my art, my work. Um, it's just been an amazing life.
I love it. I love it. So let's get into this because I'm excited. Okay. First of all, shout out to ATL. I know you was born and raised, you grew up, and you basically that atmosphere started your career. You wanted to be in music because you started so young. So for those who may not know, and those who need to get reintroduced, kind of talk about that background and kind of starting in that pivotal moment at a young age in music.
So what some people don't know is that yeah, I'm from Atlanta. I am a 100% Grady baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Camilton Road, Atlanta, Georgia. But I moved to Europe when I was like 5. And
Mm.
so I grew up in Germany and England, you know what I'm saying, by way of Atlanta. But I'm definitely an Atlanta native, but I grew up around the world. And so I signed my first record deal when I was 14 years old. Uh, and in Munich, Germany. And I mean, the rest is history. I came back here to actually sign a new record deal, um, and ended up losing my mom.
Mm.
So my deal fell through also here at the time because they were, um, as they do quite often these days, they fired the whole urban department and brought in a whole new regime. And fortunately enough, I ended up getting recruited as a songwriter producer by so many different publishing companies, and I ended up doing my deal with L.A. Reid and Hitco Music Publishing, and I did that in September 2003. And 2 months later, you guys had the biggest song in the world called "Yeah."
Mm. Yes. And what you going into so long, because you're saying that, obviously with that transition and starting at 14, getting a deal, kind of talk about some mentors or those who inspired that was huddled around you, because we hear a lot from different artists and different creatives that talk about starting young and having those mentors there to help guide them, because the music industry, how it was back then and now, are two different things.
Well, what was so really cool about my journey is that, I was protected, I would probably say a little bit more than most people because, being in Europe, I really wasn't in America. So I was able to actually learn a lot. And I wasn't like in a situation where I was sort of like, I would say I got a chance to learn more of the details of the business without getting the harshness of it. You know what I'm saying? I was able to understand what publishing was about. I was able to understand you know, what my paperwork meant, versus what it didn't mean. Um, and so I think that it got me ready. It really got me ready and prepared to be in a situation where I could, sort of come in and enter into the market where I could be able to not be slave to the game, as they would
Mm,
say. And so, I really appreciated that opportunity. What's so funny is that the guy that actually signed me when I was 14 is still with BMG, and
mm,
he's a CEO there now. Still, he's a co-CEO. But it is, it was an amazing journey, and it was a great start, and it gave me an opportunity to really get out the gate in a very positive way, in a very strong way, where I was empowered. But I had to deliver. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. You know, you have to deliver in this game. It's not a game. It's not a joke.
like you got to put your best foot forward.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Listen, and of course, obviously, with that, you did. You literally came in and you started literally putting the pen to the paper, right? And you were labeled the pen. And not only were you labeled the pen, in over quite a few interviews, you've always gave a shout out to Jay-Z, Beyonce, and Sean Carter pinning that name to you. Kind of talk about breaking into that moment and understanding what being recognized as the pen for yourself and how where that puts you.
Interestingly enough, it really was something that, you know, I was very, very, very appreciative of, and sort of, you know, man, to be very honest, taken aback. Because, with someone at that time, it was just like, you know, as you can see now that, Beyonce and Jay-Z are definitely black royalty, but at the time, it was like the way I looked at them was the same as I looked at them now, but it was just we were all like in the midst of just like becoming great, right? And really like all walking in our truth, right? Walking in our life, walking in our purpose. And to have someone, who was so, revered in such a great way, musically and professionally, just to have that sort of like stamp beside your name was very much so a ad, a humongous ad, I should say. So I was very thankful and very appreciative, and as I am today, just really thankful. I've been really blessed to work with some amazing people, um, very professional people who not only taught me a lot in reference to setting the bar, but keeping the bar,
Mm.
also keeping um, a certain level of professionalism, and then also, they really encouraged me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why I would probably say like so confident with myself and in reference to just like how I feel about things and how I see things. And, I don't really back down too much of anything. I just enjoy the idea of just like, knowing that I can do whatever God said he would do. And that's everything and anything, as long as it's positive and helping people and encouraging people. And um, I've definitely loved that perspective of like getting endorsements early as a young person, um, and being able to walk in that truth, and always never forgetting that, hey, you know because that was the one thing Jay said. I was like, man, how can I repay you? Like, you know what I'm saying? He was just like, man, just make me proud, bro. Just made me proud, and that's always been one thing that stuck with me with him. And, working with his wife was just absolutely amazing. I mean, I've been so blessed to be a part of so many different amazing things. And she's one of the biggest, greatest, hugest superstars we've ever seen. What a catalog. Shit, what can I say?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And not only does Beyonce have this amazing catalog, I mean, we're gonna get into all of the iconic projects and names: Destiny's Child, Nicki Minaj, Usher, Chris Brown, Mario. The list goes on and on, right?
Pussycat Dolls. Fergie, like Enrique
Yes,
Iglesias. Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and what I love about it is that, it's not, it's a fusion of music in which how you're in and out, pop, hip hop, R&B, Spanish, anything of that nature. Like, you literally took took it by the horns, and you literally just was able to stamp it and signatize it for just your taste and to fit the artist. So that's one thing I kind of want to talk about, kind of talk about how you were able to, challenge yourself and balance not only your signature sound and the penmanship, and tailor it to the project, to match the artist style.
I always thought that, the great thing about being a creative is that you always have a little bit of your fingerprint there. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's a little bit more than less, but it's just like having the opportunity to be able to paint with the paintbrush and use all of the tools. Sometimes you use a bigger brush than a smaller brush. Sometimes you use pencils, sometimes you use, what I'm saying, different colors and, you know, working with people that were eager to want to supersede the expectations of like normality was really the blessing because it's just like it really pushed us all to that level of like greatness. Working with like, Britney Spears or from Britney Spears to 112, you know what I mean? Papa coming over, they gave you that raw. You know what I mean? To Mary J. Blige, I never enough crying, crying, crying. Till, just, I mean, Jamie Foxx, DJ, won't you play this girl a love song? You know, um, I've just had, I've just had a blessed career of just being able to be as creative as I wanted to be, you know, Summer Walker's last album, executive produced that album and records like Constant Bullshit and just amazing records on that
Well, I
album.
have to say, that album, for it not to be Grammy nominated, listen,
Yeah, yeah, they snubbed it. They snubbed us.
huge
Hmm.
snub. I
Hmm.
just wanted to throw that out there.
But it's all good because you can't hold back the juice. You can't hold the juice back. It's just it's the inevitable. My trip to Africa was such a confirmation that like God is just an amazing guy, and it just you gotta be patient with your time. You gotta take your experiences on the chin. You gotta take your you just gotta realize that it's all God's timing. And if you win everything every time all the time, it's just like, will you be as good as you can be? You know what I'm saying? And so I sort of look at things as if like, you know, maybe that was a lesson for me to be a little bit more patient and focus a little bit more in ways that I need to focus. And I enjoy it all. I just take it all in, and I just appreciate everything. But it's just been breathtaking.
Been a ride. And we're gonna talk about the you being in Africa and in a momentarily. I wanna kind of talk about with everything, and you saying just kind of looking at, you said just being blessed and being able to kind of work on such iconic projects. Was there ever a collaboration that stands out the most to you, um, in which challenged you creatively the most?
Probably say like like working with Chris Brown was probably like challenging enough because it was like no one knew who he was. You know what I'm saying? He was very young, and that was I didn't even realize how much of a challenge that really was, but that was really a challenge because to break a new artist
Mm,
that was that young, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah, that could have been a disaster, from the perspective of like, it was the expectations were really, really high, but at the same time, it was just, you know, it was also it was high stakes. That was really high stakes. I didn't realize how high the stakes were until later. But to see him flying around, African Stadium, 94,000, 99,000 people, for the songs that he's flying around on my songs, I say our songs, me and Chris songs, because he, if it wasn't for him being as amazing as an artist as he is, it's just it was magic. It really was. And then the collaborators that I work with, me and Scott Storch, it was, man, it was a little challenging at times. Me and Scott are
Hmm.
really like very strong-minded people. We kind of bumped heads a little bit too, because he, to his to his benefit, he is Scott Storch, and to mine, I'm Sean Garrett, and it was just like, we were, and we wasn't necessarily on the same page at first. And I say that because I have so much respect for Scott, and I like to mention that because I think sometimes people just think these things just popped out of the air. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it
And
really,
yes.
it wasn't hard though. It wasn't hard, but it was like you have to know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like Scott knows how to adjust. I knew how to adjust, and Chris was just a professional, and he was, he didn't know what the hell was going on, but he just knew. And come to find out, like I thought Chris liked Run It. He didn't. I come to find out he didn't really like Run It. He liked he liked Ain't No Way. I know that he liked to sing. Like Chris liked to sing. You know what I'm saying? But I used to tell my little bro, I was like, man, this shit gonna change your life, boy. For real. Just listen to the boy. You feel me? But it was great, and that's the great thing about this whole thing. It's just like it's such a journey, and it's just such a journey, man. It's just such a beautiful thing. And talking about it in retrospect, man, I mean, who would have thought, you know?
Right. Was Run It one of the songs that surprised you the most, that how fans connected to it?
I wasn't surprised. I think Chris was. I mean, he said that on Shannon Sharp's um show. I knew that was it. You know what I mean? Because I knew exactly what I mean, because me and Scott got into it about the beat, and it was another beat he was trying to get me to write to. I was like, this is not the beat that I need to be working on, bro. Like, this is not him. He is young Michael. Like, he's like, what? This is no. And and then the second song we did was "Give Me That Mama, You Made Me 3 years old." Now that month, that right there, I did. Now he already now Scott had that beat. I was like, let me get that right there. Let me get that. Now this other one, nah, we need to work on that. So we worked on that one together, um, like back, what I mean, like back and forth. You know what I'm saying? The other one he had already did the beat, so that was kind of easy for me. But and then Ain't No Way I did that when I came back home. Um, but um, I wasn't surprised, but I think I think people were surprised though, because
Okay.
I think the A&R, I think Tina knew. I think Tina knew, and I shout out to Mark Pitts too, because I think Mark knew. Yeah, they definitely they were with it. You know what I'm saying? It was just, but I didn't know that Chris didn't like. I don't know if he didn't. Yeah, maybe he said I just wasn't sure of it because he liked to sing. And I'm like, bro, you singing. But it was, and another thing too. It's just like I used to be, which I'm so happy to see now. Chris is so particular about his vocals now. I used to be
Mhm.
so particular about his vocals then. And he used to be like, bro, why do I gotta sing it again? I was like, yep, you gotta give me another take. And he used to just be so mad sometimes. But I feel good about it because what I'm saying, like, look at him now. You know what I'm saying? I love him. I love him. I'm so happy for him. He made it through so many things.
Yes.
And man, we some blessed souls, I'll tell you that.
Yes. And I want to go back to obviously you talked about being in Africa. Let's kind of go back to that. So last month you were at the Trace Awards in the summit. You were one of the featured panelists, definitely talking about that crossing that bridge and when it comes to a global sound, when it comes to music. Because, you know, of course, we are stepping into the light when the past couple of years we've been kind of stepping into that era of Afro beats and African music. And we have wonderful talent like AR Star, Wizkid, Burna Boy, Tyler Timms, you know, kind of talk about how being in that summit and you as the icon that you are and what you're realizing when it comes to music when you're kind of making that or bridging that gap in between creatives and here globally.
Well, being invited there to actually present the Album of the Year award and as well as the Producer of the Year award, that was fascinating. Shout out to the artist Diamond Platinum, who I presented to, um, who received the award. The Trace Award was really exciting. I got a chance to meet some really amazing artists, and I'm such a fan of like Afro beats, and I'm a piano, and just the whole African cultural experience. I've been known to create a bridge in the music business in reference to bridging the gap from Black African Americans, R&B to pop culture to the world, um, to the dance world, to Enrique Iglesias, to Milo, just Fergie London Bridge, Pussycat Dolls Buttons, massive records that's really changed the culture, and gave people the understanding how this bridge happens. Um, Europe, London, UK. Um, it's just a continuation, my dear. As we just continuing to do what we do. But this is a little bit more personal because, obviously I must be Nigerian or Cameroon or something.
I say, did you do your ancestry yet?
But I'm saying I'm finna get into it. You feel me? Uh, but nah, it's just, it was just a great experience. It was probably like best experience I've ever had in my life.
Mm,
I must say, like, it was the most amazing experience I've ever had in my life. Just from the cultural experience, the music, doing music with different producers over there, making. I probably did like 20 songs.
mm,
Like I did a lot of fucking music over there. Excuse my French, but I just went crazy. Like I was having a blast. I mean, from Ben to WizKid to Harmonize to working with my boy, what's my boy name? Fields, the producer who just is unbelievable. He's an artist. He's like these guys are they are just amazing. Then I work with my girl, my little homegirl Juno. She's so fired, little fire thing. And I got a chance to talk to my favorite African artist right now is Ira Star.
mm.
And Ira is just, she's driving me crazy. I think she's so amazing. She's so like, she's there. You know what I'm saying? She's like, like when, remember when Beyonce did motherfucking Crazy in Love? Like, she's right there. Like,
Mm.
she need that. And
Yes.
I got them. So I'm being a little
Love
bit.
her. No, I love her. Oh, I want people to hear, like, don't sleep on
She
her.
drives me. I got the songs, I'm telling you. And she and I got a chance to chop with her label and play them records, and they fucking love them. And it's up. Like, it's up. Like, look, bro, just you see the shades. Y'all see what's going on.
Yes.
My new single dropping April 11th. The shit called Goddamn Girlfriend. Fire. Okay. Uh, it's featuring goddamn Huncho and Plies.
Yes.
Okay. Um,
Because I was just about to say, I'm like, word on the street is you got an album, you doing your album.
yeah. Now I'm doing that, and I'm doing international album. So my shit up. I'm for real, going crazy.
Yes,
I'm
as
just,
you
I'm just,
should.
I'm just, I'm just having my way right now because it's just like it's music time. So it's like all of the bullshit to the left. Like if it's not really like about the real, then it's fun and games, and that's
Right.
cool. But I'm excited, and I just think all of the people in New York City, being that you from New York City, thank y'all for all the love and support. I love the media. Thank y'all for so much. Like the media be kind as hell to me. I appreciate y'all because I'm a wild boy, and but I don't be in the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really be on
Understood.
them.
Yeah.
I don't be on no bullshit. But I really do like y'all and appreciate y'all for supporting me so much. You know, what I mean, y'all know I'm real about this music shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't really play no games. And y'all really, y'all continue to support me and appreciate my effort. So I just thank y'all and I love y'all. And just I'm having the time of my life.
Listen, we
I'm
love you
just
back. You listen, you have definitely been a person to really just be about your business when it comes to this music, right? You not only have you set the tone, you gave iconic work. You're still giving iconic work. Even if some things go under the radar, listen, you are that man, okay? You do your things because currently
oh,
even you stepping in really working with artists and rising artists, you have always been that person. So like you're working with Seventh Street, or you're working with Jacquees currently, and now you obviously saying that you're working with international artists, and you're being able to bring that music. We let us say thank you to you. Let us give you your flowers at this present time to tell you, like, we're not waiting to no funeral or anything of that nature. We're saying it to your face. Thank you for being who you are, for giving
thank you.
us the work that you do, putting those that time, the hours. I'm quite sure it's been some long days, some long hours, some long
Listen, my
studio
my flight back,
sessions.
my flight, I had the craziest ride to Africa. Like that shit was like 18 hours. It was craziness. And then on the way back it was a 12-hour flight direct, but it was just beautiful. It's like, I would, if anybody that's listening, if you can go to Africa and you black,
Mm,
I mean, it's just different. And you realize, like I'm really on some motherfucking Batman shit for real. Like like I'm Batman for real now. Like I was Batman, but I'm Batman for real. Cause it's just like you just feel so empowered to understand who you are, what you about. It ain't just about civil rights at this point. It's just about who the fuck you is, like as just like your heritage, like your roots. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes um you don't realize that because you got to know, like you could okay, so I feel like, and I'm probably getting a little bit like off the subject a little bit, but it's like civil rights is like, okay, that's the struggle of the fight of where you at, but your roots are like who you are and why the fuck you do this right here, and why don't you know what I mean, like why it's different,
I agree with
why women are so important. At the same time, why they're so sweet, but why? What changed? What what caused the?
you.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a deeper conversation, but
Right.
that's my album is called, by the way, Self Conscious,
Love it. Love it.
and my next record is called Girlfriend, and the chorus goes, "Girlfriends the wives, and my wives turn to girlfriends. Girlfriends the wives, now them wives is my past tense. If I had a wife that would treat me like my girlfriend, then she would be my wife and she wouldn't be my girlfriend."
Mm. Listen, I'm I'm just so like I'm just in awe because it's just like anything you give, you already, you know how to just approach it, you know how to just kind of put it out, and you know how to just be so in tune. And I can't wait to hear the new work, the new single, the new
Eh,
everything that's coming out. And I want to kind of talk about the future, so of music, right? Because you gave a really good perspective. You said just going to Africa just changed just perspective, just not like you said, just not the civil rights, just your whole insight when it comes to just people, yourself, our background, our ancestry, all of that, right? Um,
Yeah, because it's more like it's not that like some of the things like you seem like you're very in tune, right? But it's not like somebody really had to tell you that. It's like you knew it, but the confirmation is
yeah,
the point. You know what I mean? Like okay, Drake and Kendrick got into a battle, but it, like Drake really been on it. Like he really been giving us motherfucking vibes. Like a
right,
lot of different trays of different levels of vibes. Um, Kendrick, on the other hand, did too.
yeah,
Like he gave us the motherfucking real LA, like, why don't get this fucked up, why,
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying? Versus Drake was smart enough to be like, that ain't what I do. I got it. Yeah, I fuck with all. I see you. You know what I'm saying? But then he went back to giving you the vibes to, and he's from Canada. Um, amazing, amazing music, amazing, dope ass shit. Like the record, the album with Drake and Party is fucking fire.
oh yeah.
Kendrick shit fire. Um,
And rightfully so in their own lane, like you said, like Kendrick gave us this, right? And when it's time, it was the time for that. And then Drake gave us all these different tracks and these different sounds and these and presented this music in a way where it can relate and hit someone in some type of different state, right? Um,
still though, still.
yes. And it's just like, and I tell people it's like, yeah, we understand there's beef, get it, all right. But don't sleep on the artistry of that artist, right? Because
And that's why I'm still at, mama. Like I mean, I really like I'm in there.
mhm.
Like I'm in there. I'm in there. And I've been working with, man, before I left, I was working with Big Bug. Like I just be working all of my I do music all the time. Like every day. Like this is what I do, this is what I love. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want nobody to ever get like when people get to asking me weird ass questions like why are you still doing it? Like, bro, this is what I'm gonna be doing until my last day on earth. So
Mm,
don't ask me. That is not a good question. Well, why am I still doing this? Because I love it. Like this is just what the fuck I do. My God put me on this earth to do music. I am a hit maker. I make hot shit. I like women. I love women. I like making girls dance. I like to look at girls. I like to make music for girls. Okay. And I fought with the niggas. The niggas is cool, you know what I'm saying? But uh I love music. I love making people happy. You see a smile? I love that, you
yeah.
know.
Yes. Oh man. And I hear the passion, and it's amazing. Because you hear stories from individuals that have been in this industry, maybe 10 years more, whatever. You have been in this game for a set amount of years. And to hear that you still have that passion, to even see it on your face, to even hear it in just your voice, like that's something, because this industry can take you through some things, right?
Mhm.
I want to just once again just thank you so much for this sit down and this one-to-one conversation. I have a few more other questions and we'll go ahead and wrap up. I want to talk about the fact of which you, like I said, the future of the music. um Tank was on, so R&B singer Tank, I'm quite sure you're familiar with him, was on the Breakfast Club, and he talked about, his point perspective, where it's at the industry, kind of bringing in when it comes to the older and younger generations, right? We're transitioning into this Gen Z and millennial type of sound of music, right? And where do you see kind of the biggest divide when it comes to older artists and newer artists in a sense? Like what's your take?
It ain't no divide. It's just either you dope or you not. Like it's no really like it really like all the people that be talking the most is the motherfuckers who just like not them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you really them, you them. Like uh so what okay, let me say this in a more respectful way. Everyone has a perspective, but I don't like to draw them lines all the time because it's like music is music. R&B is R&B. Like one thing I love about Tank is like I think Tank is he is definitely putting the flag in the ground for R&B for sure. I love him and Jay Valentine. I've been knowing those guys. I've been, I mean, shit. I'm a big fan of Tank. I like one of my favorite R&B songs is "Baby I Deserve It." You know what I'm saying? I love that song.
Yes.
So Tank knows how much of a fan of his I am. Jay Valentine's like one of the brothers who helped usher me in as a young kid. Um, I think what they're doing is a great thing. There's no divide. It's just either you dope or you not. This is shit like the 90s. Like it's like your shit hot is hot. If you not, it's just not. And I love the challenge. Like you gotta keep it to where you gotta keep it like this. Like it's gotta feel like, oh, is there a divide? There ain't no fucking divide. Is your shit hard or is it not? You know what I'm saying? Are you really him or you not? Like Drake took a slapping, like a fucking like he got smacked in the fucking ear. Like the hardest hit to ever take is a nigga to smack you in your fucking ear, but that nigga just popped back out, put them big ass moon boots on, and came on stage and just like nigga was happening. You know what I'm saying? That's a real player. Like that's what it's about. And it's just like at the end of the day, if your music good, if you do dope music, that's what this is. This is the music business. It's not the media business.
Right.
It's not the TikTok. That's not what this is.
TikTok.
It helps. It helps. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? But that ain't what the fuck this is. Like this shit gotta be jamming. Even like the African artists, they are going fucking crazy. Like Asaki, nuts. My nigga, Burna Boy, nuts. Going Rema, that boy Rema is going. Oh my god, Rema.
Listen, the people gotta know. Cause I've listened everybody you mentioned, I'm on.
Man, listen, bro.
Tell me,
That boy
we
Rema.
gotta get we gotta
I'm doing a record with Rema. It's two people I'm doing the record with. I'm telling you, I already got a record with me and Davido. That shit crazy. But if I fuck around and do a record with Rema, they can cancel Christmas. That boy Rema is too hard. He be going too crazy. And a vibe. Like that boy know what he doing.
mm.
Yeah.
I want to get your insight on this as well. So because you obviously the pen, you're the songwriter, but so we have a lot of songwriters that have been kind of stepping up. Tiffany Red, who's have worked with amazing artists like Jennifer Hudson, Fantasia, Jason Derulo as well. That over the years, we talk about the challenges that songwriters face, right? When it comes to either credit disputes or ensuring proper recognition and work and things of that nature. What encouragement that you have for future songwriters or those who are in this game and who's finding it either they're blazing away or they're finding it a little difficult just to make sure they get that recognition.
You gotta score, you gotta score, and you can't get into debates and fights and shit. Like fighting is not it. That is not going to get you no fucking where. Like I mean, if I, I don't like. I'm not a media person. To what I'm saying, like that ain't what the fuck I do. But if I had to get some advice, stop fighting, because you're gonna lose.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You don't gotta be fighting the shit. Like if your shit popping, if your records are it, they it. You don't gotta. You're going to like you let your lawyers do that. You know what I'm saying? Let your lawyers do all that shit right there. But you don't want to get on to the media doing all that because you're gonna fuck your shit off. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna put yourself in a position where you're like, if you wrote motherfucking "We Are the World," then I can understand. Kinda. I still would suggest don't do that. Let your lawyers do it.
Right.
But if you asking me for my advice, like I would say, like I see her, I be seeing it. I just be like, I understand. Like I feel her pain, but it's just not fighting in the media. Is just not it. Like you're not gonna win that shit. Like you know what I'm saying? This ain't love and fucking hip hop. You gonna get you don't really want to do that. I don't suggest that. Because you got to separate it. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like your goddamn groceries. You don't mix your groceries in the hospital together. Like that's two different goddamn situations. The hospital, that's medical. Food, you like, you know what I'm saying? I know that probably was kind of
No,
brash, but
you good.
yeah, it's just like I don't talk
It's like
about
I
them.
get it. It's like, you in this creative space, you're in this where like just do the work, and
Do
then
your work. Like if
all
you
that.
and you already, how do you keep making the same fucking mistakes over and over again? That might be you.
Mm, listen.
Most. So I mean, I don't really like to get into. I hate fight. One thing I learned about going to Africa,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't fighting too much. I don't like fighting. I don't like. I I can fight, but I don't like to fight. Not with my people, especially girls. Like I don't be fuck. I do not fuck with girls fighting. I don't like none of that. I don't like that. I just like soft. Where is the motherfucking soft? Where's the lotion? Where is the smooth skin? Like, where is Janet?
Listen. And then last but not least, let's, like we said, you got the new music coming out, things of that nature. If you had to speak to your younger self for everything that you went through in this industry, from where you started to where you at this currently, right? If you had to go back and really say anything different to yourself and doing anything different, whether creatively, personally, or professionally, what is that conversation with yourself looking like?
Same shit we talking about. Just no fighting. Don't listen to motherfuckers who don't know what the fuck is going on. Don't listen to people like you gotta listen to people who got some sense. Talk to people that did some shit that you ain't did before. Like don't like man, just on girlfriends, like just straight, just regular ass, just people that's new in this game with your girlfriends. Just bro, you don't need nobody around you just fighting. People that fight will fuck everything up. Money, peace, life, key, all that shit. Fuck it all the way off. So I don't really like. I'm just. That's the only thing I'm. When it come to, if there's any rah rah going on, I'm out of there. You ain't gonna
Mm,
see the boy. I'm out. That's why you don't see me that much. When you see me, I'm doing some shit like celebrating, excitement, peace, love, energy, good
love that.
times. I don't fuck with none of that. And that's what I didn't experience none of that shit in Africa. Like I was just like, bruh, it's so many people over there. It's too many motherfuckers. And I didn't see not one nigga throw a blow.
It's like a breath of fresh air for you, right? Like, just it's good. Like, we all can be in unity.
I had been in that motherfucker space to be honest with you, but I'm just saying it was a reassurance. Like, no. I'm like, who? What? They some tables moving around. Hey, trying to go. I make sure before I go in, I know how to get out.
Oh, there you go. Make sure you got your exit. You get to listen. I gotta look at the doors. Where we at?
My exit strategy is on point. No, I'm just playing, but I'm dead serious though, man. Nah. Mm-mm.
And before we get up out of here, you know, I didn't want to do the usual questions. How some people, I know everyone have drowned you with talking about Usher and Beyonce and things of that nature. I really wanted this interview to be a pinpoint from you, your perspective, just you as a songwriter, producer, creative, and really engaging into where you're going in the future with this music. And like I said, we're super excited and so proud to hear all of the new endeavors and what you're doing and what's going to be presented, because we already know it's already a hit. I ain't worried about that. Going forward, right? Just close this out. I know a lot of times some journalists get into this whole legacy and conversation, right? Um, what is the main goal? As you said before, this is something you're going to do until the day you die. Talk about that legacy aspect and where and how you're shaping and continually to shape that as you continue to grow in these different stages when it comes to this industry, when it comes to your music creatively and you personally.
Well, great point. Because I mean, well, my book, my documentary of my career, uh, me in Vegas, like the Sean Garrett experience is really the shit.
Mm,
So the Sean Garrett experience, I mean, yeah, the Sean Garrett experience is like my show. Then it goes to Vegas, and only I am the only person that can tell what the Sean Garrett experience is because I'm the experience.
mm,
So that is really like the legacy of Sean Garrett. It's like Sean Garrett is a fucking experience. So, to be very honest, like that's how fire my shit is because it's like, what's your legacy? The Sean Garrett experience. What the fuck is that? Like, you got to go see it. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm very much focused on doing shows now, bookings, performing. And when I perform, you get a chance to see, some sort of insight of like what my experience was when I wrote these songs, when I created these songs, what they felt like, how I performed them versus how you heard them. Um, my new music that I'm doing now, music that I want to do, my collaborations with different people. It's just, it's an experience, and that's what my legacy will be about. Like my legacy will be about my experience. Some of my songs are about, you know, relationships I never had that I wanted to have. Maybe I couldn't have because somebody was preventing me from being able to experience that. You know,
yes. Listen, I
like
felt
this.
that. I felt that. Okay. Listen. I
You
felt
feel
that.
me?
I feel you. I feel you. Sean Garrett, the pen, the greatest songwriter
Alive.
alive.
See, that's the whole point. See, I'm the greatest songwriter alive. It's some, but Ron Temperton is one of my favorite. Babyface. Oh
Mm,
my god!
love some
Like
baby.
I'm just me. I'm just him right now though. Like I'm him. Like him right now. You know what I'm saying? Them boys was them. They was them.
Yes,
Rod,
iconic.
yo, you ever interviewed Rod Temperton? You need to interview him.
I need to. I sure enough do. I
Yo,
would
that boy
love
wrote Thriller. That bro wrote Thriller. That boy wrote Billie Jean.
to. Mm,
Yo, he is like I never met him before, but I worked with Michael last year his life.
mm. Look at this. See? this experience?
Man, the Sean Garrett experience. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, they don't even know. They don't even know what the fuck going on. I swear to God, they really don't know. They
Mm,
have no idea. They will, but who knows when? It's like in a vote, so you can't be upset about it. You can't be upset with it. I be telling girl like I tell a girl like, why you mad with me? What you mad with me about? I can't control how you feel because you feel like that right now. You don't
mm.
know how you're gonna feel later because you're gonna want to call me later, even though you're gonna be mad at me, but you still gonna want to talk to me. Loving you, loving you, loving you. When I'm loving you, love. Why would you want to break up? I know
Mm.
you be mad. I know I be gone. I know I be wrong. I be fucking with the girls, saying I'll be right back, but take too long. No, I be. But you still love me, don't you?
I can't. Listen, you think you slick. And
Okay.
as we're exiting out, of course, our platform represent and support a lot of independent artists. What words of encouragement would you be able to give to artists who are really trying to build and really just move forward in the industry and trying to build these connections to work with such creatives like yourself?
Yeah, you want the real? The real is
Be real.
you gotta figure out it costs to be in this business.
Mm,
It costs some money. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be able to have some money to be able to stand stand your ground. You know what I'm saying? You know, pay for your marketing. Cause everybody ain't gonna understand you at first. And they ain't gonna understand you after that. You gotta be able to motherfucking show people what the fuck you do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to where you don't gotta explain it to them in layman's terms all the time. Cause that shit gets like we all get tired of asking the to support us. You
mm,
understand? That's the whole point of the conversation in reference to going to your around your people, just to even just know that they fucking with you, right? Then you gotta come back and ask a motherfucker for they no, absolutely not. So with that, that means you got to have some money. So don't be afraid to work a job. Don't be afraid to goddamn have an occupation. You know what I'm saying? To get you from one moment to the next moment, because that's what life is all about. And it ain't like it don't matter what age you is. Like it's just when the fuck you can do it. Like you do the shit based on when the fuck you can do it. I saw something today, and I'm gonna leave you with this.
mhm,
Saw something today. Kanye was talking to Diddy. Diddy in jail. Like he's like, man, take your ass out there, nigga, and get back on stage and perform and have a good time.
mm.
Bruh, you know how many people be asking me, Sean, why you still do? I'm sorry. Y'all got me fucked up. I do this for life. On stage, off stage, in the studio, on the radio. You hear smash on the motherfucking radio. That's what I do. Kanye, man, Diddy, I did last train to Paris. I,
Yes.
I did that motherfucking loving you no more. I just can't be loving you no more.
That is my
I
song.
love you more than I love myself. Nigga, like, bruh, I did that motherfucker. Him and Brandy, take a good look at me. Da, da, da. I done cried so many times. Bruh, Diddy is in that motherfucker probably thinking, Lord Jesus, I just need one more opportunity to just live my life as I want to live it. That's why I don't play with life and I don't play with people.
Mm,
And I'm not a perfect person and I don't try to be perfect. I try to be as real as I can. And when you ask me a question, I think about that shit. I think about what you just asked me and I'm going to tell you what I just feel in my heart. So I tell people, man, live your best life, put your best foot forward, and think about everything you do as much as you can, as best as you can. Because I can't give you the motherfucking answers. I don't know all the answers.
right.
I know what Mama Rita Rita Elaine taught me,
Mm.
okay? And I'm holding that down. And my daddy, James, what you doing? Big time. I love my daddy. My daddy just, I call my dad right now. He just tell me everything positive. Son, do what you think, do what you feel, do what you want. That's what he tell me. My mama not here no more. But they just gave me a peace in myself to just talk to them in a peaceful way and try to do as much as I possibly can while I'm here. So my advice would be to any young artist, independent, got them signed to a label, study what the fuck you want to happen. Go to Jesus, go to God, go to church. Find somebody that is more encouraged than you. When people talk to me, what one thing I know people walk away with, they be like, "Boy, I talked to that boy Sean Garrett, and I'm excited." That's
Mm.
all I can tell you. I don't know nothing else. I'm excited. I'm gonna be excited. I'm gonna be encouraged as long as God give me breath. And I
Mm.
just love y'all, man. I swear to I'm a happy person. I've been a happy kid my whole life. From when I was playing baseball as a little child. I just love life and love people. Just try to stay encouraged. Just stay encouraged. You can't let the weight of the world get you down.
Mm.
Don't do that.
Listen, as you say that, that's a testament to myself. It speaks to me, it speaks to my spirit as well. So thank you so much for those words. Thank you for those words.
Man, you over here trying to make me emotional, girl. Let me let me
I got you. I got you. So, listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to be able to sit with us. This is having an amazing, amazing talk just with, once again, the iconic, the pen, the greatest songwriter alive. No other than Mr. Sean Garrett. Thank you so much for spending your time with us to be able to speak with us. Listen, because here on Indie Talks, here at the Genius platform, we are presenting nothing but real music, real style, and real people. And let me tell you, it don't get no realer than this. So listen until next time, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.